My name's Chuck Miller, and I'm Senior Manager of Product Planning here at American Honda. I won the Baja event 4 times overall, and 2 different times after that, I won my class. Yeah, my ATV experience in Baja actually started with Honda. When Bruce Ogilvy and I started at Honda on the off-road racing team, it was really driven by ATV racing. ATVs at the time in the early 80s was just booming, and majority of our sales were with ATVs. So ATV racing was just part of the DNA of Honda at that time, and still is actually. We had been in ATV racing in the early 80s, and obviously Baja was certainly some of the events that we were attending. One of my most fondest memories was certainly, I think it was in 1984, Randy Morales and myself won the race overall on an XR500, and our ATV actually got 4th overall that year out of all the motorcycles, all the vehicles. And I'll never forget Gaston Rare, who is the motocross world champion and also Paris to Dakar champion, was riding for a factory BMW team and ended up 5th overall. And he couldn't believe that they got beat by an ATV, and came in with his accent telling me, "Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I got passed and got beat by an ATV here in Baja." But it was a great experience, and it's just a testimony to what these machines can do, and given the right team effort and riders. In 1986, actually, the machine right there came out, the TRX450R, and it was state-of-the-art. 2-stroke engine, long travel suspension. We had a solid ATV race team, and we put our top riders, Steve Wright, Marty Hart, and Dean Sundahl on this machine to go out and start racing, and they dominated from day one on it. In the early 80s, Honda really got heavy into developing the 4-stroke engines on motorcycles. That technology then carried over into all of our sport ATVs later on. So actually then became the new TRX450R. You know, its big brother is actually the 4-stroke Honda 450. Our TRX line has always followed our CRF racing line as well. So, you know, red and black and white, those have been standard colors for us for a number of years for both motorcycle racing and ATV racing. This year we came out with the red, white, and blue color as kind of a tribute of our initial early years in racing with the TRX450R. So it's really neat to see the 450R with a similar design and look, and we've gotten all kinds of great feedback and calls from old racers to current racers that want to start racing again because it looks like the old one. Yeah, these machines are incredible. The suspension that they have, you know, we've had very good success in motocross with the 4Traxes and the TRXs, as well as in Baja. One thing that I find is I look at these two machines, although they have similar colors and graphics, and that's one of the reasons why we put it on the new 2013 TRX450R. Looking at all of the hardware, boy, it sure has changed and really stepped up. The suspension, piggyback shocks now, longer travel, heavier duty wheels, heavier duty A-arms. Engine obviously much more sophisticated, being a 450 versus the 250. But looks like all the same qualities of fit and finish are still there that Honda's had ever since the beginning. What we have found is we've increased travel and improved in other technologies. We've been able to widen out the track just a little bit to give it a little more strength in the rough terrain. The one great thing about Honda motorcycles and ATVs is the DQR. That's durability, quality, and reliability. And that's really the thing that separates Honda from every other manufacturer out there. When you go racing, you want something that's durable, that's not going to break down. It needs to be reliable so you can get to the finish line. And if you got the quality, that's going to put you on top. Honda motorcycles and ATVs have won dozens of Baja events, and that's based on their durability and quality.